everyone and welcome. So I'm a French style enthusiast living in London. This channel is mostly about finding luxury things on a budget and also how to refresh your style and make sure that you look your best and that you feel comfortable and confident and powerful while not spending the earth. So in this particular video, I'm very excited to share with you something I've been agonizing over for a month and finally decided to get it. A few months back, I started feeling a bit frumpy. And so I was like, okay, I need to elevate my wardrobe, like something that is going to make me feel a bit more stylish and a bit more confident when I go out with it, and something that looks nice while at the same time being practical. So I did crazy amounts of research. I'll get into other videos of like I asked AI for advice. I researched a lot of French brands. I looked at colors, like what to get, and I settled on the bag that we're going to unbox together today. So when I say I settled on it, it took me months, guys, like really months. So I'm sharing it with you here because it is a French brand, which I must admit was not aware of until very recently, and it has been around for decades, and it is a very good quality brand called APC. So in my family, in my background, we're very aware of like the traditional French brands like Lancel, Longchamp, like Vuitton, Chanel, all of these. But I was not aware of APC, I think because it's a bit more indie. And because I'm a bag enthusiast, I ended up finding this brand, and I'm very glad I did because the quality of their products is second to none. I also wanted a bag that was a tan color because it is summer here, although you probably couldn't tell by the weather because it's 15 degrees and it's raining, but it is summer here. We are, as I record this, it is June, and so I was like, oh, it'd be nice to have something that is not quite so dark and that I can use in summer, so more tan color. So long story short, I ended up having to choose between, I was looking at a Totem T-Lock in tan, or this one, the APC Grace Baguette, also in tan. And I don't know, this one made my heart sing. So without further ado, here is the beauty. It was very well packed by the nice lady who I had long chats with and asked for extra photos. And so here we go, unboxing. And here we are. So she put nice, paper wrapping. It was in perfect condition, and she also put the dust bag, so really nicely wrapped. She was absolutely lovely, and that's also something I'm going to be sharing more videos about, how to shop on Vinted and how to make sure you have a great experience on Vinted. So this one was one of my best experiences on there. The lady, we really connected on a person-to-person level, and she humored all my questions, sent me extra photos. She was really, really nice. And then here it is. Ta ta ta! Look at this beauty. I'm so pleased with it, guys. It is gorgeous. So you probably can't really tell its true color. It is between a dark tan and a medium tan, so this looks a lot darker on video, but essentially it is this gorgeous, very versatile color that you can wear with most outfits. So because London gets very rainy, we all have trench coats, and my trench coat is beige, so having a bag of this color is going to be super helpful to match it with everything. This particular Grace is the Baguette Chaine. So one of the most famous bags that APC makes is the Grace bag. Usually the Grace bag is much smaller, so if you're interested in square bags, you can also find them by the brand APC. And essentially most reviews that you will find online are about the normal Grace bag. This one is the Baguette. It's more of an east-west shape, which is also super popular at the moment, and I really like it because you're able to fit a lot more in it. And in terms of also the look of it, I think it's nicer looking than square bags, in my opinion. Also, I hesitated a lot about the Chaine. This is the model called APC Grace Baguette Chaine, because I've never had a bag that has a chain on it, and so I was worried about would it cause wear and tear on my jackets? Would it be heavy? Would it look too much like a Chanel double flap without being one? But actually, it's really, I think, gives this bag a little bit of elevated look without being too much. So clearly, it's not a Chanel, and it's not, I think, trying too hard to be a Chanel because it's tan. But with the little chain, I think it looks a little bit more elevated than the normal strap on the APC Grace bags, which is very chunky. And from the many reviews I watched online, it's stiff apparently. So when I compared APC bags, there was another one on Vinted which was black, and I was like, oh, black is, super easy to match with everything. Should I get it in black? It had the normal strap, and when I looked at the overall look of the bag, it didn't really make my heart sing. And so I was like, does it spark joy like Marie Kondo says? It didn't spark joy. So, but this one did, and actually that was the right decision because I love the chain. Now, inside the bag, you've probably seen a few videos about this bag, but essentially it is suede lined. So you can see the finish is suede. Also, the quality of the craftsmanship is amazing. Like, it's really well finished. The detailing is exceptional. And then inside the bag, it is a very rigid bag, by the way, so it doesn't bend much. It doesn't, it's not floppy in any way, shape, or form. But essentially, what it does, it keeps your stuff secure, and just you don't end up carting around things that you don't need because it can only fit the basics, which is what I wanted.
Right. So let's have a look in a bit more detail. First off, how do you open this bag? So it's a very simple mechanism. It doesn't have any buttons or magnets or anything. It's just basically the shape has like a little thing there. And then here there's a slit for it to fit. And then it does this very satisfying noise. And it's very easy to open and close. The additional benefit of that, I think, is that some of the bags that have a little button here, they end up damaging the leather around this bit. And so I think not having one is actually pretty clever. The inside is suede lined. It's really nicely done, actually, completely seamless. So you have one side is leather, and then the part here that joins the two, and then the suede inside. You can see also the chain is kept in place by a T-bar. T-bars are very fashionable right now as jewelry. So that's interesting as a choice. And as you can see here, the hardware is in excellent condition on this second-hand bag. And essentially the chain is mobile because it can go in and out. There is no possibility of adjusting the length of the chain, but it's actually the perfect length. It falls perfectly on your hip, basically. Right, so this particular bag had a tiny bit of damage. I don't know if you can see it, but it's so faint. There's a few faint marks here. But the lady had done a really good job of taking photos of it. And so this didn't come as a surprise at all. And also, frankly, in real life, you can't really tell. Then you've got, here you've got a tiny pocket in which I suppose you could put your Oyster card or like some sort of like, documents or receipts or something. And the main body of the bag has a little tag with the brand here, and then the main body of the bag is lined with fabric. And then we have essentially the sides have this really nice, super lovely, how would you call it? Very narrow shape. I know that the APC Grace, the normal model, which is more square, has a front flap and a back flap. And so it makes the bag quite wide, which I don't like. I like bags that are streamlined and narrow. So this appealed to me, and I'm really glad that in person, actually, it's really lovely as well. And then you have here the APC brand, and the Rue Madame Paris is where they're located in Paris. So yeah, really nice. One thing I need to say about APC bags is, having done so much research on them, they appear to be very fragile when they're exposed to water. So living in London, I did quite a bit of soul searching about the amount of rain this bag was going to have to endure. But then I found that you can actually coat put a protective coat on them of a rain proof, waterproof spray, and hopefully that will allow it to remain in pristine condition like it is right now. The leather, although it is smooth, is quite resistant to scratches. I just took it to the park with my dog. I will share a photo of that. And he proceeded to scratch the bag, but there is absolutely no trace of that happening. So I'm very happy to report that it is a pretty sturdy, scratch resistant leather. Last thing that I forgot to mention in the video was that the price of this. So it currently retails, I believe, for about £700 new, and I got it for exactly a quarter of that. So I'm pretty chuffed with the result of this secondhand treasure hunt.
So now let's see what it can fit. And this is the first time I'm gonna fit something in it, so ta-da! Drum rolls. Phone, obviously. I have this little pouch by Furla, which has all my essentials like lip balm, all the usual. And then a pack of Kleenex, the all-important doggy poop bags. And my mom was like, seriously? Like, you're gonna buy a luxury bag to put poop bags in it? I'm like, yeah. Like, oh, I should say. So this is coming from the woman who has decided that having like occasion china, like porcelain and dishes and stuff is ridiculous, and that we should use the crystal and the silver and like the nice china every day. So I think I took her advice to heart and like her philosophy of life to heart, and I'm like, yes, of course, we're going to use luxury bags for everyday stuff. Yeah. So anyway, keys, and as you can see, it all fits comfortably inside this gorgeous little bag. And now I think what this is gonna do is basically make me feel confident, make me feel stylish, and make me feel like I'm a bit more elevated when I'm doing everyday errands. Now, I was a bit surprised by how heavy this one is, probably because of the chain, but also the leather is such good quality that it's really, really, it's not flimsy, right? But I think, actually, now wearing it, it's probably like 500 grams, like half a pound. So fine, and I love it. So if you're debating what to do to replace your camera bag, I would super highly recommend APC as a brand, generally speaking. This one in particular, the APC Baguette, which is the East-West version, and this color is gorgeous. So one thing about shopping secondhand, you get to find things that are no longer in shop. So at the moment, I believe APC's tan bag is more of a hazelnut color, more like tending towards cognac. So if you can go check the color, obviously, on their website, which I will link below. And if that's the color that you love, then go for it. I wanted a true tan, so I wanted something that was more like with more yellow undertones, because also I like things to match, and I have like shoes that are that color, the tan color, and a belt as well. So I was like, I don't want the new color. I want the one they did like a few years ago. And so basically, when you shop secondhand, also you get access to the things that you can no longer have. Like, for example, I believe Gucci has discontinued their disco bag. And if you wanted a disco bag, you could find it secondhand, but you can't buy it new. So one of the advantages of shopping secondhand is that you can find colors that are exactly what you want, and even if they're not produced anymore. Anywho, so I hope this video was interesting to you. If you liked it, you know what to do, and see you in the next video. Bye!